All right, let's start testing this. Right. Rungsima, are you here yet? Hi. How are you guys? Hope you guys are doing well there. I'm still waiting for Rungsima to come up. I'm good. Yes, hello. Wow. How's things? Sheila, how's it going? Jerry, I'm waiting for Rungsima to get on. Thanks.哦，没有来台湾，对，OK， 我的朋友到了。Hey, Rungsima. Hey, wait a minute. I'm good. Uh-huh. Yay. How are you? How's it
Hi,
going?
how are you?
Not too bad. Third week of our movement control order, so stuck at home doing nothing. How about yourself?
Okay, so for me, I think it's full 2 weeks now. And
Oh, wow.
let me know, I want to let you know that it's my new lifestyle.
So what's your new lifestyle? What
So,
have you been doing?
yeah, so I think you are on the same page as me. We pretty busy, right? Like
Right.
we are very, very busy, traveling, working, seeing patients. But now everything is like in slow mode.
Exactly.
And mostly I work from home. So now I'm a full-time mom.
Oh, yeah, that takes a lot of time, right? I think a lot of my friends were saying that is, I have friends who even offer asking me if I want to do babysitting for them.
Yeah. How many international trip that you cancel during the COVID thing?
Oh my, I was actually quite afraid of like my April and my March. It was all packed. I think I've stopped 6, 7 at least.
Wow. Yeah, for me, including family trip, almost 9. So now my schedules for international congress up till June has been
All right.
canceled.
Oh, yeah. I think everything is until June. Everybody has, and we don't know. It might actually drag on. I hopefully not. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully. What do you think the situation will be done in what month?
Hard to say. I don't know. Yeah. Frankly speaking, I think it's gonna. Looking at America, this is like they just started. Will take some time, and th thank God, like in Europe, it's calming down a little bit. I think most of friends. Some of our friends actually got the COVID-19 actually.
Oh, don't tell the name. Yes, but
Exactly.
yeah. But yes, as we are doctors, so
Right.
even I'm dermatologist,
Right.
uh, I'm not actually need to deal with all that kind of thing, like fever or even like pulmonary infection. But now we pull all the string, like all the strength that we can. So actually, Dr. Warapong is already like being in EID clinic, seeing
Wow,
patients.
seriously.
Yeah, he did. He is the first
Okay.
one from the
Okay.
department. Yeah,
I see.
I'll be in the second round, so I will go and work there next week. Actually, this
Okay.
week now. This is Monday. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So again, since we need to pull all the string
Right.
to help with our country issues
Right.
now. So
Okay.
yes, we are going in full time, with full support.
Okay, so how does it work? So you each of you, it's like you have to take turn to go into the hospital to help, or how, or only faculties in the university?
Only faculty in the university. Each university, like you're responsible for having
Right.
patients that coming to see.
Right.
Like in my university, I think at least 80 or something
Right.
cases admitted in the hospital.
For
And we
real?
have, yeah, screening, maybe for it depends. The numbers depend day by day. But
Okay.
yes, since we are one of the biggest hospital, so we really take a lead on working on this thing.
I see. I see. So how about the university? Students are not going to classes anymore, right?
Yeah, no physically in class, but we managed to get the online class. So the
Oh,
problem
okay.
is, during the very first few weeks, we noticed since maybe like February, right? Like,
Right.
in January it start in China, but
Right.
it start coming to us maybe like at the end of the February
Uh-huh.
till March, up
Okay.
the first week of March.
Right.
And then, yes, so since the government announced, uh, our university prepare for this matter by,
Right.
ask, divided the faculty team, every
Mhm.
person into 2 to 3 team.
Right.
And we supposed not to interact like, outside work. So just in
Right.
case if one of us get infected, so,
Uh-huh.
all the team will be quarantined and the other
Okay.
team will come and take turns.
I
And
see.
each team take turn every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So now
So that
Warapong and
you
I
have
are
the,
indifferent. So we supposed not to at least physically see each other. Just in
okay.
case if you got infected last week,
Yeah.
I'll
All
be
right.
safe.
How's he doing? How's he doing? Are you keeping in touch with him?
Yeah, definitely. We had conference call. So,
Right.
during the first, I think everyone's maybe feel like me. So, we are not get used to work from home, right? Because we are
Right.
doctor, we need to really see patients.
Right.
But, but, so, for the very first few weeks, it's kind of like cultural shock. I think you
Right.
might feel the same. It's
Totally.
suddenly you feel like you had plenty of time in the world. And then
Yes,
you don't know what to do.
exactly. But
Yeah,
you have two pretty ladies to take care of. I think that takes a lot of time.
yes. But, right now they get so sick of me. My husband, my daughter, they just like, oh, mom, you are better off the house.
So it's like, okay, after this, I will send you to more conferences so you don't need to stay at home anymore, right?
Yeah, I know. Like, I mess up with everyone here, like my nanny, the maid, and everything. Yeah.
Right. So yeah. I think well, we just started right at time 8 o'clock. So I think some of us actually knows you. I think you're very famous in Thailand. You're very famous in Malaysia. You are very famous in the region. But I think most of us don't really know you in depth. You actually did your residency and your fellowship at Syria Hospital, and then later on you went to United States, right, to do your fellowship. You were in Washington and also in Texas. So tell us
Yeah.
what kind of training did you go for?
So for the first year, we did Mohs surgery. So
Right.
mostly,
Right.
most of the people don't know that I also can do Mohs like surgery.
I
Uh,
saw you came
and
out a
sec
paper with that. Eh?
yeah,
I saw that.
I published some of that in my early career. And
Okay.
then, second year I did fellowship in cosmetic derm
Okay.
in Washington DC,
Right.
and I think that is a good balance. So if you are the real surgeon, so you know more of the anatomy,
Right.
You really see, and then like, when you practice, you can just like imagine it on the surface.
Right.
So, and practicing surgery giving you a very good hand skill on
Right.
injection or whatever, yeah, for procedures.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a time that you actually get to know cool sculpting, right? You did on your husband. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
That was the
And
early beginning of it.
our 23 years dating anniversary.
Oh, congratulations!
3
Right.
by this
And
time,
then
he's not home yet. So which means he gets so sick of me as well.
so one thing you were I think we lost your voice. Yeah, you're saying?
No, I mean like he is the director of one of the hospitals, so he is working.
Yeah. Okay. All
Okay.
right. I think it's gonna be very busy at this time.
Yeah. Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Right. So then you came back, and then now you're the associate professor of Syria Hospital, and you have to take care of that. You still do a lot of publications, you do a lot of research, and you kind of have to juggle between being a mom. So how do you do it? I think a lot of people is like, wow, you're everywhere. I think almost all the conferences I go to, you're probably there as well.
That is a good compliment. Like, you are everywhere.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort, and I think you can't really accomplish this on your own. So, wise man says, one of my friends, he is
Right.
my co-resident. So he
Right.
said, in life, you get like three angles:
Right.
family and fame.
Right.
And we all got 24 hours. So which
Hmm.
means the best we can do, even without sleeping, we
Right.
can achieve maximum two angle of it.
Right.
For example, if you are practicing in private practice, you may get like more time, more
Yeah.
money. So you
Right.
get family and also money. But of
Right.
course, you might not get chance to do things like academic that
Yeah.
much. Yeah. Uh, but you can accomplish everything if
Right.
you are in couples. So which means I think my husband, he really sacrificed, like,
Oh.
since a lot in full time in academic, so I get paid very low.
Uh,
My salary is pretty much around like 1,000 US dollar per month. So which
right.
means a very poor lady, super poor.
you you came from a very rich family,
Very hard. So so I dated him and convinced him to work in private practice, so he had more time with my kids, and also I can spend his money.
Okay. Oh, that's a good sacrifice. I mean, he's the man behind you. Like,
I in front of me, the man in front of me,
all
and
right.
yes, I think like for those of you who want to, I mean, successful in all angle, I think you should think about picking the good partner. I mean,
Right.
like like your spouse or whatever, or even
That's
in
true.
business, you can really accomplish everything. So
Indeed.
like you're a very good doctor, but you need
Right.
someone to really do the number thing for you,
True.
just to
Very true.
work. So it's too much for us to do everything on our own.
Right. Indeed. So right now during the lockdown, so you do online tutoring on class, giving classes. How about your fellows and how about your interns?
I think that is
Rest.
disrupting. So all the COVID things force us to do things that we maybe like never do it before. So
Right.
you see, very first lockdown, first week of the lockdown, what I did is we searched for the good online conference program,
Right.
and we ending up with one.
Okay.
And schedules, so we had the schedule for all fellows. So since I had the national fellows as well from Philippines and from Indonesia,
Right.
one of them already been back home. like
Right.
because of the like
Okay.
the lockdown of the
Yeah.
country. So they
Right.
wanted she wanted to go home, and
Okay.
then hi,
or I think some of your residents are here as well. Right.
my ex fellows, yes,
Okay.
from Cambodia. So see, we had
Okay.
we trained a lot of fellows, and
Hmm.
then yeah, so we need to manage how we can share knowledge, and
Right.
then now the lecturing program we already had schedules, at least journal club, lecture, topic review. So
Hmm.
everything is the same,
So you do everything online.
everything online, mostly lecture. But the thing
Okay.
is, the problem is, since we closed down the clinic, so we don't
Yeah.
see patients.
Okay.
So that we compensate with more lectures then.
Oh, okay, that's great. So the
So,
clinics is your in your hospital as well as your private clinic as well. So both are
yeah,
closed.
yeah. So the private practice is also closed. So, we follow the government suggestion that we should postpone all non-emergency procedures. So that is why I think it's not so good to risk my patients. Even so, we had a very strict protocol if
Hmm.
the patient come and check in. But of
Okay.
course, I think at this time, if we want to make it end fastest, we need to stay home at most.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, same here. We are on the semi-lockdown. We stay at home just to try to curb the virus spread. So even though we can consider as essential, but I think it's better to do our part as well. So I know this is a time where you don't get to go to your all your things to be done. So how do you keep yourself beautiful?
Look at my eyelash. See?
I saw you did it right before the
But
lockdown, right?
yeah, so they announced the lockdown on the March 22nd.
Right,
On as soon as I know, so it's like a day before. So what
right.
I did, I called my beautician salon and said, "Look, can I just like can I just like
Get
today?" So I get already my hair done, and then this is my eyelash at 2 weeks. It still
right.
looks good. Yeah, so
Nice,
I
nice.
keep it like on at nighttime. I'm trying to cover my eyes, or else it's gonna.
Right. So how about like there's no gym you can go to, you cannot exercise. What have you been
Oh,
doing? Like
no, no,
how
no.
do
I'm not.
you you're not a gym person.
So I pretty much being potato couch, and then I, I, how we say, I maximize my Netflix membership time.
Okay. Right.
Membership.
Yeah. You see, Warapong is actually saying something. You look.
Look into me. Yeah, this is real me.
So yeah. So do you have any tips for people who wants to kind of, I mean, your fellows or even some of your consumers or your clients who is online and they want to do something, they couldn't come to see you. What are the tips that you can give them? Like what kind of things that they can do at home?
So for the patients of mine, actually, they can still call in if they
Right,
want to read medication or maybe cosmeceuticals, because
right.
we want really still at least keeping their skin hydrate
Mhm.
and at least sunscreen on if they plan to go out. But of course, since you wear a mask all the time,
Right,
you know, you can just put sunscreen, just only half upper half of the face. That's fine.
right.
Um, uh, and we had the line consultation, in
Okay.
them. But of course, if they announce lockdown longer than this, I think it's time for us to manage how to do the online consultation with doctor.
Right. Do you foresee that it will lock down a bit longer?
Um, so right now they announced shut down the airport till April 18
14, right?
already.
18,
Yeah,
okay.
already.
Right.
I don't know. I can't really say what is the situation, but right now, I think a stay-home policy will be the thing for at least 2 more weeks.
Yeah. Do you foresee that there will be big changes after this? Like our daily practices, even our practice as aesthetic physicians or dermatologists or plastic surgeons. What do you think that the biggest change will be?
I think it will definitely. You see, when people get used to the new routine,
Right.
like if we really implement the online consultation, I
Right.
think it will be great. So like me, for me, if the online consultation work, I
Right.
might the patients who just only want to follow up do it
Yeah.
online instead of
Yeah.
coming. So the people who can come into the clinic
Right.
will be only the one who really need procedures. So
Okay.
that will be benefit for the clinic in terms of like scheduling, queuing, less maybe less waiting time.
Right.
And
I
then
think that's a good point, you know. That's a
yeah,
good point.
but again, if we don't have this corona thing,
Right.
if we plan to implement on this, some of the people may get too conservative way of seeing doctor. They want to come
Yeah.
in anyway, and it won't work. Now
Right.
everyone was forced to do things online, so which means I think if you are a good business person, I think you should take this as the opportunities to make some change in your clinic.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's
Second thing that I do is like since all the staff, the nurse are free, so
right.
we train. So you can really train your staff.
Right.
Like in my clinic, we train them how to service better, train them
Okay.
the knowledge, and then also English. In case if we have a foreigner coming in. So I think
Right.
that is the time. And for me, I think I had my time to catching up all the paperwork.
Right. Right. Yeah. I was on the phone with Ophir a few days back. I think he's doing a lot of publication work right now. So what have you been working on this year?
Oh my God, there is a lot of things. So we had at least finished research, waiting for manuscript writing up, more
Right.
maybe. So now I'm catching up 3, 4 of them already.
Oh, okay. What kind of publications that you've been doing a lot on the toxins, right?
Yeah.
The
So I
immunology of it.
script on intradermal botulinum toxin split phase. But
Right.
this study we use theomin. So we
Okay.
use split phase, and this has been submitted.
Right.
Uh, just
So
recently.
what's there to compare? What are you comparing with the split face?
Yeah, so we inject theomin on one side and
Right.
saline on the other side, and we
Okay.
taste the lifting effects, and the effect is
Okay.
very. So we submit the manuscript already to the journal, and then now it's
Okay.
in review phase. The second one is about the botulinum toxin antibody. You
Right.
remember, we proved that complexing protein may have more, effect than what we expect,
Yes,
and then
exactly.
now,
So for yeah. So it's
it's
just to
already.
clarify for people who don't understand what so we all know Botox, right? So Botox is the bottom toxin, and then there's a lot of different brands there. Xeomin is one of them, and the specific thing about Xeomin is it doesn't have complexin protein, which is an extra protein that is not it's not really useful. And
Okay, the
then
thing
yes, you
for
say
for the people who don't know much about antibody, so what we afraid of injecting toxins, one of the complication is you got resistance. So
right.
you respond after you inject it repeatedly for a long time, and
Mhm.
it and you won't get any response. So we know that
That means it
our
doesn't work anymore, right?
doesn't work anymore. It
Yeah.
might be because of the antibody production that our body produce it.
Right.
Uh, so my main research for the last 4 years is
Right.
on how to determine the antibody level and
Right.
to see how it's how it's happened.
Right.
And so we believe that complexing protein antibody has nothing to do with the resistance, clinical resistance. But now
Right.
in the latest finding, we see that the complexing protein antibody may have more effects on the clinical resistance. So yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive. I saw what you've done. You show that people who actually have antibody towards the complexing protein actually have more resistance. That means they actually the toxin doesn't work for them anymore. No matter how you actually put any kind of toxin, Botox, Xeomin, whatever, it just doesn't work anymore, right? And this is, I
Yeah.
think, a lot of people actually still couldn't believe that that is happening and think that this is not important. What do you think?
Just a second. My husband is just coming back home. Hi, honey.
Hey.
Hello, hey, how are you? Hey, happy anniversary.
Oh,
I told him today is our 23 years meeting.
are you still in Malaysia?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We are in the lockdown until the 14th, so I'm still pretty much stuck here, stuck at home, doing nothing. All right, welcome back. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah.
My husband, that is my husband. It's toxic.
Right. Yeah, we're talking about toxin. We're talking about the complexing protein, and then I think the message here probably to some consumers out there who wants to do toxin, maybe it is important to understand to know that there are something called complexing proteins in your so-called Botox and all the toxins you're using, and then in long term, it might actually cause your Botox to not work as well anymore, right?
Yeah. So as soon as it gets published, I think it can be open access, so everyone can access the paper.
Yay, that's fantastic. Yeah. And you are also doing your PhD, right? You are doing your PhD still on?
Yes, I'm planning on to it. So it's since it's all locked down, so
Right.
just to be how we say fulfill the requirement of being PhD student, I need to take English exam. So which I
Okay.
did already pass very high score.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah.
So now I prepare for all the proposals of the study, and I plan to do the study on the birthmark patients.
Okay. Right. Birthmark. So you're working
Birthmark.
on birthmark. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of things are you doing on it?
Actually, Dr. Warapong and I, we had one common interest on kids with birthmark. So,
Right.
Port-wise or nevus of Ota.
Right.
In my PhD, it's more like integrated science. And
Right.
as you might know, I had my master degree on
Right.
economics and technology management. So if I want to do PhD on integrated science, I need to do something related to three fields. So which
Right.
means I'm working on the reimbursement and the healthcare policy to treat these birthmark kids. So right now, laser considered as the cosmetic treatment. So which we
Right.
don't, these condition like birthmark is fully 100% cosmetics. So I
Right.
plan to do research and conducting, and we might propose the policy in terms of how many percent reimbursement for the kids who want birthmark treatment.
Yeah, I think that's great because a lot of people the birthmark is something that stays with them for a very long time for some of them, and I think it can be quite disfiguring, and then they actually affect the growth and as well as their confidence in the long run, right? I think
Yeah.
it's good that you have the so-called insurance coverage for them.
Yeah. So I think if the result of the study sounds valid, we can just use this as the propose to the government to change that policy in case. Yeah, hopefully
Right. Yeah, I really look forward to it. And one thing is, how do you think? Because right now I think the lockdown is not just Thailand. So we have lockdown Singapore starting tomorrow, and I think the Philippines there has been some time. Hong Kong and Taiwan is still not in lockdown, but I think they're still very cautious. So how do you think that it will affect our industry? Like for a lot of people out there looking at the this year. What's going to happen? What do you think?
Oh, that is, I think the economy will be down for at least till the end of this year, I
Yeah,
guess.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. Like, even they start like stop lockdown policy, the
right.
people won't like, get back to their usual life. Not yet. So we might like, in the slow economy for at least 3-4 months. And I think people scared. So, it's not like turn back thing, like turn back the
Right,
clock or turn back the page. So it will
right,
slow back to usual. So it will be, I think, at least for 3 months.
right. You know, Neil Sadik called me a few days back, and he was telling me that the laser companies, the devices company will have some tough time for this year as well. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think he's around here somewhere. I think he is now working on the effects of doing procedures like laser,
Hmm.
if to look into it, if it's the way to spread the COVID. Yeah,
Wow.
he's
Okay.
really on it. Yeah,
Why do you think so? Do you think that that will happen?
I have no idea, but you save the topic to chat with him maybe tomorrow.
Okay,
Are you,
sure.
Dr. Warapong?
Okay, yeah. I think we'll have to get him to do a live soon. And there's a question asking about will that actually affect ADAC because no gathering for a year? Um, well, I think even conferences there will be a lot of changes. A lot of conferences. Even I think ADAC we would probably still have to do physical distancing. I think we are not social distancing. We are actually more physical distancing. And I think probably we have to do, people still have to wear masks. I think they still have to get in line, or even the seats might need to actually be apart, no?
I think all of the educational conference need to change the format.
Right.
So, Society are now discussing the online option
Okay.
already.
Right.
I think this is some, again, it's the disruption of all the technology. We need to adapt to the new thing, and
Right.
we might actually.
Yeah, we never know that then we have COVID-19 that's gone, and then we might have something else. We have a new virus coming. So I think our lifestyle have to change. We have to practice. We have to wear a mask all the time. We probably have to be very careful not to catch any new stuff, even influenza. Yeah.
Dr. Warapong comment that I think all clinic in the shopping mall will get major impact after this. I guess
Yeah. You think so?
I guess so. But no, I depends. So
Would
if
you
the
would you still go shopping after this?
oh my God, it's really stress relief method for me. So,
Your therapy, right? It is a therapy for you, right?
and this is make my husband and my nanny crazy because every day there will be delivery at the house.
Oh, you're doing online shopping now.
Yes, I'm doing, and
Okay.
it's such an easy, and I think this is gonna be my habit for life.
So
No,
would you go to the shopping mall anymore? Would you still go to shopping mall after this?
I think so, but maybe less. I might go and try some lipstick color or makeup color, but
Right.
but I might do the order online because it's cheaper.
Right, right. So okay, so right after this, like right after all this lockdown, what is the first thing you will do? Like, what would you do?
I'll go to salon.
Okay, so how about what is the first treatment that you go for?
I'll go for my hair treatment and also my eyelash.
Okay, right, right. We actually did a survey just recently on a poll. There are a few people talking about, yeah, body. A lot of people wants to come and do body treatments right
Right.
after this.
No, actually, I had a patient who contact me asking if they can come for body treatment during these COVID sessions because, like,
Right,
they had a lot of free times and, using some operator independent machine. I'm not saying any brand, but, it's distance enough. So they think it's safe. They want to come and they want to come and get the treatment during that time. But again, same. Yeah, we are still under government policy, so we comply with all that. So we
right.
push the appointment down to the first week of unlockdown.
Lockdown, yeah, true. We do the same because not worth going back just for this kind of treatment. We do want to play a part to curb this spread, right?
At least it's social responsibilities.
Exactly, exactly. So I think we only have 2 more minutes to go,
Okay.
and yeah, it's great talking to you. It's glad to see you keeping safe. And then, how are you celebrating your anniversary tonight?
I'm not telling you.
Well, anyways, stay safe, keep well. Um, hopefully, I think this whole lockdown we get to come out and kind of like, I really want to go to a conference right now.
I think the one thing that I missed more during this is seeing my colleagues around the world. So,
Yeah,
we
that's true.
each other like at least every other month, speaking,
Yeah,
talking, but yes, right now, uh, yeah, but right now, I think all the travel, so we can meet online. Same, we just
yeah,
physical distancing, not really
yeah.
social distancing.
Exactly. So we are actually socially more connected. I think when we should do more of this live, we should get everybody, all our friends, get online. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get Dr. Siu
Oh,
Tatwa from Singapore. So because they have lockdown tomorrow, so
yeah.
basically, I think we'll talk about. I'll talk with him about how is the situation in Singapore, and then on Alfie is coming on Wednesday. Farid Kazim was around earlier. I saw him. He will be here on Friday, so we'll talk about things in Amsterdam as well. So let's go around and really talk to all our friends, all the experts in the world.
All right, thank you very much. And if you keep the same time, I'll come and
All right. Okay. Thank you. Great seeing you. All
thank you
right.
every thank you
All right.
everyone for
Australia, we have the guys. Australia as well. Okay. All right. All right.
coming. All right,
Okay.
bye bye. We'll
Bye
talk to you
bye.
later.
Bye. Take care. All right. Take care. Okay. Bye.